Hello everyone out there, thank you so much for coming back to another video of A Mother's Wild Heart. I love this YouTube channel so much because it's really helped me express the things that I'm going through. I'm very transparent about having a mental health challenge and being a loving mother, and I do these things both. I have a mental health challenge and I love my daughter so much, and I create a world in which I want her to grow up in. But it's not always easy to do self-care, so I make these videos for myself, and I hope that they mean something to you as well. Today I want to speak about reality bending. I've always liked this fantasy world of avatars. There's this Avatar movie. It's a cartoon, but it's quite sweet how it's made, where the main character can bend water and air and fire through the mind, through the power of his decisions, and through his inner strength, almost like using the Force in Star Wars. So with reality bending, so I often wake up feeling a bit low. I have not been diagnosed with depression, but I can recognize the symptoms being a mild depression. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm just a bit gloomy, a bit heavy, want to stay in bed. Although my daughter's so sweet and wants to start playing, I kind of find it hard to bring out, the bubbliness in me. So I sit down with her and we have a good time, but I'm still sometimes, like, okay, awesome. And then when something goes wrong, like if she tips over my coffee, I'm like, just on edge, and I'm not myself, and I'm not, that's when I want to bend my reality. Like, I want to look what's around me and transform it. So I sometimes then look around me and say, Noelle, what do you see? And I often focus on light. So we have a beautiful apartment where sunlight is streaming in the morning. So I was like, look, Noelle, there's golden fire on our ceiling, because the sun comes through the palm tree and it makes a pattern. The palm leaves make a pattern, and it looks like golden fire on our roof. Like, look, Noelle, golden fire. And at first she couldn't see it. She kept on looking at my finger pointing up. So I put cushions on the couch, on the floor, and laid down and said, look, Noelle, look at the ceiling. And she's like, wow. And then we did little shadows with our hands, and all of a sudden it was really nice. So instead of just sitting next to her passively looking at the puzzle she's making, I created something that really did captivate me as well. And it was so funny. I had some flowers and I said, Noelle, let's smell the flowers. And in my mind, the flowers were so sweet smelling. And actually they were really stinky because they were like 5 days old. And I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry, Noelle, don't smell them. And she's like, smell. I'm like, better not. But then I allowed her. I was like, smell. And she was like, oh. I don't think really she has learned to express disgusting things. So she's like, oh. And we put them in the bin. And then I said, let's grab some of your Sultana brands and find the bush turkeys as we take out the bin, because I was like, taking out the bin, such a mundane task. But now we took out the bin because the flowers were stinky. So I told her this story. The flowers are stinky. Let's take a few Kellogg's or a few Sultana brands, and let's walk out and see if we can find the naughty bush turkey that scared you the other day. And she laughed and laughed. Then we couldn't find her shoe, so it took and then we said, let's go on a shoe hunt. So we were looking everywhere, and as we looked under the couch, we found another toy that has been missing, and she laughed so much and wanted to play with that. So all of a sudden, half an hour passed, and we had a ball. And I just stooped down on her level and had so much fun. And I don't know, like the chain reaction of wonder just started setting into motion after I refused to have a bad day. I was like, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna be happy. And all of a sudden I opened my eyes and I forced myself to see something nice. And with the child, I just love her. Like, she's so easily distracted, and she has such a simple mind, and she's so happy. So I just cling into that. And for me, it was really setting me up for a good day. And when she had a nap, I spent some really good time by myself reading. And yeah, a grateful list is always so good. We're healthy, we don't have COVID, we have a job, we have money coming in, we have enough to support some dreams that we have. But yeah, it just feels like it's a really good life, and I just need to remind myself of it by being a reality bender. So I just take a few minutes to to look at my surrounding and see beauty in it, and to make the mundane magical. And sometimes like going to the grocery store can be mundane and boring, but it's also nice to look at people, smile at people, to give them a hand. It's always so nice to give people a hand. I sometimes look out for elderly people who I can assist. There was one lady, she had her bags tangled, and I just asked her if I can give her a hand, and she was grateful. And it's just this few little things like that. Or when people often say that Noelle's really cute, and they in passing be like, oh, she's so adorable. I just ask, oh, do you have little ones at your house? And she's like, yeah, 25 and 27. And then we have a laugh, you know. And it just, and then they say, enjoy this time, it's so precious. And then I say, well, I'm sure you still enjoy your big babies. And then she laughs and she says, yeah, I do. Whereas maybe with a grumpier attitude, I could have been like, yeah, right, these toddler years are hard, and when they get older, it gets even harder. So I think it's our responsibility to see beauty in all moments. And I'm the biggest consumer of needing to hear this. I can get quite focused on the things I don't have, and the things I'm not doing, and the places I'm not at. But we are so blessed. So through reality bending, I focus on the blessings of our lives, and there's so much more to come out of us. And I think if I would have seen myself now 5 years ago, I'd have been amazed. Whereas now I'm thinking, oh, life is a bit ordinary. But 5 years ago, I'd have been like, what? I'm going to do these things? So I think that about the future, like in 5 years to come, we will do things that now would really scare us, really freak us out. We're like, I could not do that. In 5 years, we will do it. And we'll be so amazed at how we have grown and adjusted to those new challenges. So I hope this meant something to you. I feel a bit boosted in my confidence just doing this video. Thank you for bearing with me, and please send this video to everyone you think needs to hear this. Love you. Bye.